Welcome to Metal Wani Vitek here with my good friend and one and only Rob Cavestany of Death Angel. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. And how are you?
I am good, man. You should tell me the evil divide comes out in a couple of months. I mean, the brand new album. What's the excitement level in the band? Keeping in mind that you guys are hungry, back, thrashing.
Well, the excitement level on a scale of 1 to 10 is at 11. Of course, when we have a new album getting ready to come out, that's pretty much the most exciting time for us as far as our musical journey.
Right.
And, because that means that new music will hit the ears of the listeners, and that means that we'll be playing the new songs live on tour, and it's all fresh and exciting for us. So we're very excited.
Awesome, man. In fact, I was just thinking about it, that this album has that robust, near perfect harbinger of thrash, and it has got to do with you because be it Aguilar or Susan or Carol's capacity to keep up with your tireless and blurry shredding. Man, I got to say that.
Thank you so much. We have a lot of fun creating and playing and doing our thing. So it's a beautiful experience.
Definitely. And obviously with the cover art, I was just looking at that, trying to figure out what exactly is the message behind it. What does it portray? So you should tell me about it. Like, what's the message for your fans when we look at the cover of The Evil Divide?
Well, what you're seeing is it's an image of a death's head moth, a
Mm-hmm.
death moth.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is an actual. The skull obviously is not the way it normally looks. It's enhanced into a really wicked and evil skull. But on the actual moth, it has a print of a skull pattern on its back like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so we just use that imagery and enhance the evil part of it on there. And it's representing, because the moth in of itself is representing I'd say the side of something beautiful or natural and free, and then the skull that's happening on its back is representing the evil side.
Right.
And so this is the division that's happening. This is the evil divide represented.
Right, man. That's good to hear. And obviously, with the sheer willpower of you and your longtime brother Mark has always been there's a standard which is like a long ago family of youngsters that defied numerous odds. Now you guys are back with electrifying performance. I got to say that this album is meant to be played live. I just can't wait for that.
Yes, you are right about that. So we're also having fun because we're now beginning the rehearsals of this, cycle, and now incorporating some of these new songs is very fun. It's all, it's fun to play all of your songs and every album and from the past into the present, but
right.
It's especially exciting to play the new stuff because it's a little more challenging because we haven't been playing it for so many years, and it's just so fresh to us and all the new ideas and stuff, and also the way that we can interpret the way it comes from the recording and how we're going to do it live, which is not always exactly the same as the way it's recorded. So it's very creative process, and it's a lot of fun for us. We like to jam and mess with our music, so it's just it's a great time.
Absolutely. And Lost will be coming out soon as the first single. So for you guys as a band, it's a difficult decision to decide which song to, unleash for your fans. Basically the essence
Definitely.
of Death Angel, isn't it? So what made you guys select Lost as the first single?
Well, actually, so I didn't realize, I guess in different places, different songs are the first song or the first single. I was under the impression that The Moth and Cause for Alarm might come out first, but Lost definitely is going to be a single, and so it kind of, the song lend itself to the choice because just by listening to it and the type of song it is, it's just like kind of very catchy song,
right?
And also lyrically, I think it's very universal. Most people can relate to this feeling at some point of their life, I imagine. So yeah, it really can strike a nerve with people to their heart, and especially the catchiness of the song, the melody, the way Mark's singing the song is just totally, sounds like a song that should be a single.
Absolutely, man. Wonderful to hear that. And you just don't stop your solos on The Moth or even Father of Lies or even Cause for Alarm. As I've always said, that it are filled with at least 20 notes dropped second. I mean, I can definitely say that. Even after 3 decades, I mean, you and Mark, you're the backbone of the band. So how does it feel every time you hold your guitar and play the solos on your songs and you just don't stop?
Oh man! Well, first of all, thank you for those warm words. That makes a guy feel good early in the morning over here. So thank you very much. As far as the playing go, and especially on this album, I think the stylistically, the solos that I did and whatever I was composing, I was more so being conscious of just trying to capture the feel, just the feel and the emotion of the particular song that I'm working on. I mean, I do that most of the time, but depending on my headspace, as when I'm working on the part, or just that whatever's happening in my life or whatever in that moment of time, is just it comes out in whatever I'm playing. So on this album in particular, I was really focus on the lyrics actually, and I try to write the solo to reflect whatever Mark's singing about.
Okay.
So I'm thinking lyrically kind of while I'm playing, if that makes any sense.
Right.
So I'm just trying to use my guitar to express, just the feel, the sound, and the landscape of what I'm seeing, images in my mind or something like that. And, it's not really to me, it's not so much more of a technical thing or something about scales or modes and techniques as it is just to use it as a vessel to create emotion and make something where the listener is feeling, is just, fitting with what the song's about and the part, and it's basically it. And so, because of that, yes, it's quite fun. And I, just look at it as a means of expression, as more than a means to show off guitar playing skills.
Right.
But then, of course, through years of playing and practicing and learning things and stuff, of course, that's where you do the technical stuff when you're trying to work on your playing. But when it comes to writing and composing and soloing, I try not to think about that so much and just play. And of course, recording with Jason Sukoff too. This guy is an amazing guitar player, amazing. So I'm constantly being pushed, to the
maximum
top of my abilities. Yeah, because he's there, and if you're gonna play a guitar in front of this guy, I'm already, feeling nervous and inferior to his godlike guitar prowess. So yeah, all those things combined pushes up the level of intensity, and just try to make sure it gets captured into the recordings.
Definitely, man, because along with the riffs and the solos, you have also thrown in some acoustic flares on, let's say, the song like Father of Lies. That insane outro in the end is so well placed. I mean, you've spent a lot of time arranging the song, which is very, very important.
Yes, definitely. I'm glad you point that out and notice that. Again, it's great to hear that. But yes, songwriting and arranging is extremely important, and more so than ever to us to focus on those aspects of the creation. So it makes a huge difference. We go into the studio with a lot of raw ideas. Some stuff is already kind of almost the way that it ends up turning out, but other songs come in. When we get to the studio, they're like, they're raw forms of what they are, and we go in there knowing that we're going to rearrange things when we actually hear everything recorded, and because you can't really sometimes tell until you hear the layers happening and with the vocals and the solos and stuff, and then all of a sudden you realize that like maybe that part should be longer, that part should go there, stuff like that. And you need to be open-minded to be, you know, flexible, knowing that you're going to move things around if it just feels right. So that's definitely something that we've grown to understand, because in the past maybe we would be resisting changing things just because we think that, you know, we don't want whatever, either we don't want to listen to somebody's suggestion, or we just like we're so set in our ways. So I think, you know, a great part of our growth as musicians and songwriters was accepting the fact that things are not done until they're done.
Absolutely.
So yeah, and in that case, we spend a lot of time with the arranging, like listening and listening and listening, feeling the song and where something needs to pick up and go down, or it's too long, too short, and all these things make it, to me, a huge difference in the end.